Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on Amazon Web Services and Cloud Security. I am James from jamesking.info, where you can check out my latest portfolio. You can also go to Cloud Ops Central and view the latest videos, or you can catch me on Cloud Ops Central on YouTube to stay ahead of the game. We are going to go ahead today and set up AWS Organizations using the AWS Management Console. I know in our last video I mentioned that we would start doing a lot of the cloud front with CloudFormation with the command line interface, but today we need to go back to the console. We'll also discuss why organizations are not just helpful for managing costs, but also crucial for cybersecurity best practices. AWS Organizations allows you to manage multiple AWS accounts from a single location. I have this one picture I want to show you. Those of you that are fans of Lord of the Rings might actually enjoy seeing this picture, but with the management account that we will create with our AWS organizations, it's kind of like the ring. We have one account to rule them all, and in the cloud, bind them. I hope you find that as cute as I do. You can think of AWS organizations and the management account as a central command for all your AWS accounts. Whether you're from different departments, environments, or projects, all the accounts can be controlled by one major account. And then I will also show you how to set up another account using organizations, which makes setting up another account very easy. This setup will provide centralized billing, policy management, and enhances security by isolating workloads across different accounts. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead, head on over to your AWS console, and in the search bar, let's go ahead and type in organizations. And while we're waiting for that to pop up, we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the reasons why we should use AWS organizations. One of the ones I mentioned already is centralized billing. And a lot of people think, well, that's great. We get to have all of our bills in one place. And is that really the way it works? Yes, it is. You can see all your bills in one place, but not only can you see your bills in one place, they will be broken down by each department or each section, each account. Another thing about that is that is also good for cybersecurity reasons. And somebody might say, well, how is that good for cybersecurity reasons? Well, let me tell you why that is. If somebody was to hijack an account and fire up an instance and start crypto mining on your account and running up a cost, you could actually see the cost in your AWS billing every time you logged into the account. Then we also have workload isolation, where we can limit the risks by having separate departments such as a development, a testing, a production environment, and breaking those down into different accounts by doing that. And they can also have child accounts under each one of those accounts as well. Then you can have granular security control with service control policies, and we will look at service control policies later on. There's also easier compliance and auditing as well. A lot of compliance issues today, payment card industry, data security standards, PII, HIPAA, if you're in the health field, if you're in the European Union, you have GDPR. All these are great benefits of why you should use AWS organizations. But let's go ahead and move on, and I'm going to show you how simple this is. When you're on the page that says AWS organizations, all you have to do is click Create an Organization, and once you do that, it brings you here, at least as of the time of this video, and it says consideration for the management account, and this will be the management account as of right now because this is the account that's first. It says this account will become the management account of your organization. We recommend to use an account with no resources or workloads. The management account can't be changed after creation of an organization, so this account will be our management account. I agree with all that. The other alternative is log into another account, make that the management account. Otherwise, I go ahead and click on Create an Organization. You have successfully created an AWS organization. It's as simple as that. And if you look down here at the bottom, we have a root account with the current management account. Now that we have created our organization, I told you it's super simple to add an AWS account. So let's say that I want to go ahead and add my development account. I click on Add an AWS account. I do want to create an AWS account. I do not have another one I want to invite, so let's go ahead and create it. And let's give it a name. In this case, I'll just call it Development. And I'm going to give an underscore if I can. And let's do something like Development Organizations. And then I need to give it an email address. And remember, each account has to have a unique email address. I am using hensontim976@gmail.com. But if you remember, you can add something like the +1, and let's do this 12@gmail.com. And then we have an IAM role name. Remember, IAM, Identity and Access Management, key to security of our accounts, key to cybersecurity as well. We're going to keep the default name because this account that we are creating will have access to everything inside of the AWS organizations, inside any AWS account. And that is what we want right now. We can limit that later on if we want for security purposes. We can put things on it such as limit the creation size of a EC2 instance, what buckets they can access, what S3 buckets they can access, and all of that. But right now, let's just go ahead and limit that. Again, you can add some tags if you want. For this particular instance, we're not going to do that today. So let's go ahead, come down here, and create an AWS account. And you might say, uh-oh, what happened? Where is it? Well, why don't we come up here and let's check. It's still spinning. It says, hey, your new account should be created within the next few minutes. We can also just simply click on refresh, and there's our account. It's that simple on creating an account. You can actually log into the account and you will get an email at this email address right here so that you can actually log into the account. It's that simple to create an organization and add an account. You might say, well, you didn't enter in the credit card billing. No, that's because the root account already has the credit card billing, and if you remember, all the bills will be going to the root account also. Some of the key takeaways are centralized billing, security isolation, service control policies, which again we will talk about in another video, and then another one which we didn't talk about too much, but minimizing the blast radius, which again goes back to cybersecurity. looking at cybersecurity best practices by having each account separately isolated. Instead of having one account, we could have 2, 3, 4 accounts on here, 5 accounts on here, and each account could be a different account with one centralized manager, ring of power to rule them all, one account to rule them all if we so wanted. So, if you like this video, it was short. If you find it helpful, I would like you to hit the like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next tutorial on IAM permissions, service control policies, or cloud security. This has been James at Cloud Ops Central, helping you build secure, scalable cloud environments. And thanks for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day.